Sorry. Testing, testing. I think this is working. So welcome. One more check. So welcome to our full moon phase here. The sun is in Pisces and our moon is in Virgo. So we have both of these signs to consider. Yes, the moon is illuminating. It is beautiful and brilliant in the sky above, but we also need to turn our awareness and our observation towards what's going on with the sun. Now, in the philosophy that I teach, it's important to consider both because the sun represents our higher self and the moon represents our lower self. So in another word, we're talking about our personality, the way that we relate to the world, and our higher self is like our soul, the soul that's receiving the inspiration, the light of life itself, and understanding it and enabling it to be understood for us. It's our guide. So what is it all about? What the hell is going on? And I don't know about you, but the energy has completely changed in the last 10 days, which is so promising. We are at the end of the astrological cycle of the last nearly 12 months of effectively what was going on through 2020. And on this next cycle, with the beginning in Aries, we have an ever increasing amount of light being received by all of us as individuals on this planet. And by light, I mean awareness. So we're all being shone on like this bright light, and we're able to see more of the dirt, more of the dust, more of the shit that we don't want that to be there in our lives. And this year, we are tangibly making a new story for ourselves. So here we are, the final sign of this last cycle of kind of the end of the world, the kind of apocalypse, right? And we're trying to not destroy through war and anger and frustration. We are tethering all of those emotions, those feelings that we've been suppressing, that we haven't been looking at, that have been under the water, controlling what we're creating in our life. And instead of just letting them rule our lives unconsciously, we're bringing them to our awareness, to light, and we are making the changes right now that we want to see in our own world. We're tethering them, and that is taking us out into our new era, into our new life. So what is Pisces Virgo all about? In the zodiac, we have these 6 polarities. And these polarities are important because within the 2 are truths. And when we take them to extremes, we find negative, or we find challenges within both. And one of the ways that we can resolve is to bring them closer together, to bring them into harmony, to bring them into synthesis. So let's start with Pisces. Pisces is influencing the sun, which is influencing our soul. Pisces, as the final sign of the zodiac, is the end, and it's kind of the beginning as well. It connects us to all that is. This is the watery realm of everything that is beyond physical form. Pisces connects us very much to our natural intuitive ability through feeling. It's not just empathy, it's kind of one level deeper than empathy. It's like an intuitive feelingness within which we get these kind of psychic knowingness. It's like pure magic. It's like the magical soup of life that we have all been born out of. It is the spiritual realm. It connects us to that spiritual impulse, which comes from this point of oneness in Aries into a mind, to an idea to be reformed. But before that happens, we have this blank canvas. We have this realm of the abstract where the spirit, where the life that permeates everything that is, exists. So those of us who have Pisces strong in our chart can be very naturally psychic, very naturally, it's beyond intuitive. It's like a medium, and yes, we do see people who are mediums, who have a lot of Pisces in them, but it's also art. Art is a very abstract way of receiving ideas and creating something that is maybe visual, maybe it's audio, myriad of forms that art brings us. It's what all of that comes out of. So we quite often see with Pisces, the harder side of it is that because of that psychism, because of that capacity to connect to everything that is an unwillingness to feel. So over the last few days, over this full moon period, we may have been feeling too much, it's almost like we feel too sensitive. Equally, we may find other people that we're not used to expressing their feelings. So what do we do with that? Do we run away from it? Do we use drink, drugs, avoidance techniques to not feel? Do we run away from those hard personal conversations that people bring up? And so there's certain challenges that come with being very psychic, being able to receive or to be able to even feel all that is so incredibly huge and monumental. How can we do that? How can we put it into some shape or form? It is essentially chaos. So if Pisces is chaos and Pisces is spirit, on the polarity opposite in Virgo, we have matter, we have form, we have this impulse from our highest possible place brought into a form, brought into body. And it's like the densest, most organized, most ordered place in ourselves and represented through the zodiac. So we have chaos and order. Okay, we have divine love and expansion, and here we have this structure and this order and this rational kind of mind communicating things that are very tangible in a planned, organized way. So to this Virgo moon, on the Virgo side of things, that organization, that order can be taken a few steps to the extreme of being OCD, being super planned, planning everything to the degree that none of this kind of abstract capacity of our Pisces side can infiltrate. So we've got to watch ourselves, and all of us, depending on our chart, depending on who we are, depending on our biology, depending on how we've been brought up, we'll go one side or the other. We'll have a certain natural tendency. And if our personality here is feeling too organized, too structured, then none of this kind of more abstract, magical realm of the light of life itself can influence or be received by our more sensitive senses of our soul, because this is self-limiting. And in fact, it's one of the tendencies of Pisces, it can lead to self-sabotage, you know, an unwillingness to succeed, to live all that we are, all of that feelingness that feels too much away, and in fact seeks to detach and self-sabotage that process of connecting, again, through whatever escapism means that may be. So for me, the key on this full moon is to balance these two things up: the chaos and the entropy, the magic and the tangible, concrete, rational plans, and bring them together. So this is a time of creating this new era. Whatever has been going on in your world in the last year, undoubtedly a load of challenges have brought stuff to your awareness that needs to be utilized, transformed, and a new vision created and seen. And I'm sure you have a couple of ideas about what that is, what changes need to be made, what projects you want to start, how you want to live your relationships, how you want to fit into society. And that is all brilliant, and we need to bring that with us and make some organized plans around those ideas that you're already having, those things that are coming into your life since this energy shift, you know, in the last fortnight. What's suddenly been happening? All the planets are moving forward now, and symbolically there's a reflection of life is able to go forward into the new era, the new chapter of our lives. So you're making these plans, but around these plans, we need to be leaving enough space for the magic and the magic of life to permeate and infiltrate and allow more than what you're even capable of imagining in your rational brain to become possible. What amazing things and awesome possibilities there are that are unknown to us, but we need to leave some space. We can't super plan it all. So let the magic in, leave the space, but organize and write down all those things that you're feeling right now, all those sudden realizations of people that you are suddenly coming into contact with. Are these symbols or signs? Are they signposts in your life of people you need to work with, of directions you need to go, of things you need to focus on? And follow them. Write them down. Bring it into the concrete mind. Note what you're receiving right now. And it doesn't have to be a meditation. We're going to do a meditation after this, but you will get these intuitions around the full moon and also throughout the Pisces season. This is the season of dreaming and dreams, you know? So how big can you dream? You know, even write down your dreams. See what the subconscious is trying to tell you through your dreams. Follow these amazing journeys of book reading and book suggestions, or even documentaries that illuminate our mind and bring ourselves into awareness of things that we weren't before. It's a really magical season, and there are a couple of key points along this month that I will note on my social media to keep in mind. It's still expanding. We're still moving through this from this stagnant, stopped place, and we're going somewhere now. So where are we going? We may not fully know until the new moon in Aries, but I'd say we'll get a good sense of it between now and the new moon in Pisces. So write down everything that you're receiving. The other aspect we're going to consider today is our health and our well-being. But Virgo very much rules the physical body. It's also mental. It's like crazy. It's an earth sign, but it's actually the most mental of the earth signs because it's ruled by Mercury. And And that mentalness of Virgo relates still to our health. And I think very much with what's happened over the last year, we've all got to check on ourselves. And as well as making these plans of those things that we want in our, profession or relationships or how we want to live in our societies, we also need to make those intentions of, how we're treating this amazing body. Yes, we are incredible, awesome spiritual beings, but we are also these amazing human beings in our bodies, human doings. We can create, we can make, we can manifest. It's amazing, but we need to mind this. Yeah. So today's meditation, I'm giving you the option of lying down. I will remain seated, but you can get yourself comfortable. If you are tired and you're worried about falling asleep, then of course, stay in a seated position. So, however you're sitting or lying, get yourself comfortable. We're just going to spend 5 minutes just checking in with the body. So if you're lying down, move your head from side to side. And if you're sitting up, just moving your chin up and down. See if you can get your breath with the movement of the breath. Inhaling one way, exhaling the other. Now, if you're sitting, turn to one side and over to the other. How is that neck? Are you communicating with love? Venus has gone into Pisces too. So are we able to connect with other people in a loving way? Are we able to unite? Are we able to bring harmony through our communication? And it doesn't always have to be these fluffy kittens, just truth, point of uniting truth. Now seeing how your arms feel, your fingers feel, push your hands either away from you, up to the sky, or away from you, in front of you. Draw your shoulders away from you and closing your eyes, push the fingers away, inhaling. Exhale through the mouth. 2 more breaths. And releasing. If you're lying down, stretch over to one side. If you're seated, reach up and over, stretching one side of your body. And again, take 3 breaths. Are you feeling spacious right now? Or are you feeling contracted? Are you feeling tense? And over to the other side, stretching like a banana if you're on the ground. Again, see how this side feels. See where you're contracting, see where you're tense. And back to center. Stretching out one leg. Rotate the at ankle. See how it feels. And then the other leg. Notice the hips. If you're sitting, note how your sit spines feel, how your hips feel. And coming back either to a seated position or a comfortable lying position, and find your spine nice and tall and long with your head in line with your spine. Going to bring our palms upwards with our thumb and our first finger and place them either side of our body if you're lying. If you're seated, place them on your knees. And symbolically, this mudra is bowing our ego, bowing our fixed personality, identity to the infinite source of life. Coming to your breath and watching your breath in and out of your nostrils. See if you can grow a little bit taller with the spine, exhaling, letting your body ground to the earth beneath you. And on your inhale, let the crown of your head lift up into light. Exhale, grounding yourself, let your body be heavy. Inhale. And exhale. See if you can visualize yourself breathing through the column of your spine. The spine, which is your physical, manifested representation of the energetic column that connects you from your physical body to that spiritual part of your being. Inhaling up that column to that infinite part of yourself. Exhaling down into that finite part of yourself. And with this visualization, with the breath, slowing and lengthening it, visualize yourself clearing this column, feeling this connection growing between your polarities of chaos and order, of form and spirit, of light and earth. Keeping going a couple more rounds, lengthening, visualizing that column down, grounding yourself into the earthly form of your body, into the ordered structures of living, and upwards into the finite aspect of your being, the chaos of life itself. And then bringing your awareness to your heart, to this place of synthesis, where the poles of your being come together, where you can bring about harmony and love. That harmony and love that needs death and rebirth on a regular basis, on a cyclical basis. And as we breathe into this heart, allow that place of love and joy to expand out from your heart center, connecting you with other beings, other souls in your family, in your community, and the world. Feeling yourself connected out from that heart through your ability to sense love to all that is, all that's on this planet, the animals, the plants, the minerals, all that's in this solar system and the cosmos at large. And feel yourself expanding beyond this physical form. into a place where there is no physical death. In a place where only we can die to life and be born again to death. And here in this cosmic realm of Pisces, ruled by Jupiter and Neptune, these outer transpersonal planets, we can experience these higher planes of our consciousness. But here too, we experience the influence of Pluto, Pisces' soul ruler, where death and rebirth happen time and time again, as life is born through souls incarnated in physical forms over and over and over again. Sensing into your formlessness, into the place where your soul exists before, during, and after this lifetime. The symbol of these two fishes of Pisces moving in and out of matter from spirit. Completely intertwined with each other. Their experience of the involution and evolution connected by the silver cord. And from this formless place, bringing to your mind's eye your life and your body and your roles that you play currently in this lifetime. See yourself with a loving attention. Sending yourself love of where you are right now and all that you've experienced. And all the journey of life that's brought you to this point right now. Experiencing yourself separate from yourself, but knowing you are this soul in this form at this point in time in humanity's life on this planet. And asking your higher self, your intuition, that place from your soul, what are your next steps? What are your next things to focus on? What signs do you need to pay attention to? What is your dream? What is your dream for this year? What is your dream for the next 3 years? What's your dream for the next 5 years? What's your dream for the next decade? What's your dream for this life? And just allow yourself to explore how you could visualize what your life could look like. Virgo is inviting us to give birth to new life, to give birth to new consciousness. What do you need to be conscious of right now? What is the dream that you need to birth? Only when you know the dream, then you've seen the vision, can you start to generate the thoughts, the desires, the words, the actions that bring those dreams into life in the physical. And just spending a moment here, exploring what your life could look like, where your imagination takes you. Allowing your senses to expand beyond your usual 5. Really feel that dream, that vision. What is the next step? What signs do you need to pay attention to? What is your body telling you? What are your dreams telling you? How do you need to be creative? What is it that you're informed to create? Scanning your body now. Where in your body needs attention? Where in your body do you need to listen a little more carefully? Rubbing your hands and placing your hands wherever in your body needs a little bit more attention. And sending your body a little bit more love, healing, mental attention. Seeing if you can intuit or understand what that part of your body is telling you and what steps, what actions your body needs you to take. Take an inhale and exhale. Bringing one hand to your belly and one hand to your heart. With our eye gaze looking upwards, inwards and upwards above our head, taking our visualization up to the highest point in our creative imagination, that high point of light. Bright white light, if you like, maybe a star, maybe it's a particular color, maybe it's white, I don't know. Use your creative imagination here. And let that light descend down from that high place, down through the crown, through that column, into your whole being. Breathing that light in and outwards to all other beings on this planet, in the cosmos. Visualize, concentrate, send that light out. Be that light. And then from the deepest part of love within your heart, feel that deep feeling, that place of deep consciousness. And from that feeling, that upwelling of love, expand that from your heart into all other souls on this planet and in the cosmos. Expand into that feeling, concentration, visualization, expand into that feeling of love, expand it out. And then into your belly. That willpower. Breathing in goodwill and expanding that goodwill through individual, unique purpose to all other beings. We ourselves are incapable of creating when we knock other people down. Our power is in our capacity to uplift others. And then through the whole of your channel, from the base of your body to the crown of your head, breathing up to the light, exhaling down to the form, breathing into the chaos and down into the order. Keep that going, visualize, expand and contract. Drink in and give out. And let your hands go either to your lap or either side of you if you're lying down. Let everything be soft. Take a little exhale through your mouth and just feel how your whole body feels. Physically, emotionally, mentally. To your pragmatic, rational mind. Your abstract. Your soul. And the light that is the life that you are. Feeling how your body feels in its form, connected to the ground beneath you and the places which your body connects with the ground. Sense into your 5 senses, the sounds, the tastes, the touch, the sight within your eyelids, all that you can sense right now. And that knowingness into your mind of all that you've intuited right now. Remind yourself of that which you felt. What needs to be organized right now? What plans do you need to put in place? How can you heal your body? How can this next cycle of your creative life and this creative cycle of the astrologic zodiac that we are going to start in the next month, how can you prepare yourself? How can you wipe the slate clean? How can you end things and let go? We're going to take 5 long exhales and inhales to let go of the cycle before us. Exhaling, squeeze the belly in. Inhaling deeply. Exhaling completely. Inhaling completely. Exhaling completely. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling and hold. Look into that third eye. Hold, 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 hold. That point of light, that point of love, that point of goodwill, the center of who you are, and exhale. Letting everything be that is. Feeling your being and knowing your doing. Sounding Om to seal or listening. Inhale and exhale, and inhale for Om. And just seeing how you feel, coming out the way we went in. If you're sitting, extend your legs. If you're lying, wiggle your fingers and toes. Rotating your ankles, wiggling your fingers, maybe interlacing those fingers and pushing them out in front of you. Maybe above you. Stretching through those fingers and those toes. Feeling this amazing body. What does it need? What is the next cycle? Are you dreaming? And are you ready to organize those dreams? So this death and rebirth phase kind of spans Pisces and Aries. The two are very interlinked, and we are, very much in Aries. Yes, the fire, the drive to do and to start is there, but there's also this fire of transformation which is burning up in letting go, furthering the letting go process of Pisces. So be gentle with yourself, have some compassion, some self-love this month, particularly over this full moon period. It will be affecting all of us in different ways. Do reach out to others right now. People are in a place where real connection is deeply possible. So expand into that, expand into these places of truthful communication and connection, not just with those you're intimate with, but those in your community, those that you meet. Let's start a more conscious phase of human existence, which starts with conscious, loving communication and connection. So sending you all love through this phase, and please do join me back here on YouTube for a new moon meditation in just over 2 weeks' time. And then again in 4 weeks' time for the next full moon and the start of the zodiac. I do have a meditation course that will be coming soon. I have decided to pause it slightly. So those of you who were gagging to start in Aries, it'll be towards the end of the Aries season that I hopefully will be launching this meditation course together with a new website. Lots of exciting new things coming from my channel and my social media. So do sign up, recommend a friend, do all those things that help me out to spread this kind of astrological, soul-centered wisdom to anyone who it may resonate with. Namaste. So much love. Thank you for joining me this evening.